On tonight's episode of the Brown Table Talk, three friends sit down and discuss an episode of Netflix's controversial show, Black Mirror. Today, we are Netflix and talking instead of Netflix and chilling.
Mommy, where are you?
I'm 2,000 years old, and I remember when we used to open up the door and just let the kids be.
Sarah! Sarah! Sarah!
Hey, lady!
Sarah!
I found her!
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Sarah will be part of our trial period.
Response so far is just incredible. A sense of security, peace of mind. The stories we've been hearing, they are truly inspirational.
It's completely safe.
Sure it is, honey.
Right? I think technology in general, like where does that line kind of come into play?
And you know what's really interesting? At the beginning, she's like, "Oh no, I'm not into that filter of filtering anything that might be sort of like distressing or concerning for her to see, like violence-wise." So when they're at the like clinic in the beginning, the mother seems off-put by it, but then she like uses it full time for like years
Even
and years.
for the dog, like a dog barking, like
Yeah.
how can you like take that experience away from your child? Like you're really hindering them in the long term because you're not exposing them to these like minor trials and tribulations that they have to face at a young age. And then she's how old?
Yeah. But then it takes into like right now, like even like these, you see like these kids 1 year old and they're literally on a tablet all the time.
It's kind of
like,
scary.
And it's crazy the way that, you know, in this case she's watching her daughter, but she still has that piece of technology on her literally all the time, even when she's pushing the kid in the stroller.
Yeah, she
has the tablet on top, even though the child is within
Looking at
she
what
doesn't
she's
even need to.
seeing.
Yeah, you can see exactly what your kid's
Yeah.
seeing. You know.
I think it's cool that the show, like, okay, yeah, it is an extreme, but it's definitely, maybe it takes, like, an extreme presentation of an idea to kind of get it across.
But that's it, right? Because we as a society are so reliant on technology and stuff like that we need to stop and be like, what are the like long-term ramifications?
And where are the limits and the boundaries?
Exactly.
Of how far we're really going to push
If we
this.
don't stop and really think about it, like it just takes one evil mind to use this tech for like, you know, bad things rather than good things.
Right through.
I think that's what technology is though, right? Like we like all these gadgets and it's like cool in a sense, but it also like controls us. It like takes over our lives and we have no real privacy anymore, right? Everything's on social media these days. Like you can
Nothing
track
is
each
safe
other.
on the internet.
Yeah, you can track each other on Snapchat. Like
Yeah,
how is that any really different other than we have the control to say yes or no to people?
And now technology is controlling you.
Yeah.
Well, parents, okay, I'm not a parent, but like I think parents do this where they can like track their kids' phones and stuff. Like I think parents
You can
give
put,
their
like,
kids
children's
phones.
monitors on it and stuff like that.
But it's like, where's the limit? Like, you can have the track my iPhone and you can have an idea as to where your kid is, but like to actually go into their brain and
Mhm.
takes away that.
I think that like seeing what she sees is like. I mean, okay, so I guess it is like the what they do with that app and the implant is kind of like what my parents did anyways. Like there were shows I weren't allowed to watch. Obviously, they wouldn't want me at 5 or 6 watching like horror movies or gory movies. Like, would you let your kids when they're 5 years old
I
watch
watch those things at
Do you?
5 or 6 and I feel like
You shouldn't have.
No, I feel like I was exposed to so much when I was a kid that like a lot of the same things that maybe I would go through 7, 8, and 9 maybe it wouldn't have affected me the same because I was already exposed to more.
I like wanting to protect what your kids see and what influences them. But, like that's just extreme.
Yeah,
Well,
at
that's
what
again,
cost?
yeah.
At what limit? You know.
That is like the most extreme form you can think of. Literally censoring what their eyes can see.
But I have to go more with your method. Like, I grew up in a family where, like, you could have a glass of wine at dinner, and that wasn't a bad thing, you know what I mean? So I never felt the need when I was, like, 16 to be like, oh, let's go grab some beers and vodka and, like, raid our parents' cabinets. Because to me, it's like, well, what's the need? Like, my parents are okay with me doing this. Everything in moderation is fine.